our 59th day of remembrance. Mama inspires us to intensify our efforts and bring time close and reveal Baba. So on this day of intense efforts and tapasya, let us continue to revise Bapdada's Avyakt Murli of 4th February 1980. Baba says, today, Bapdada was looking at the fortune of all you children on the basis of these 6 things. He was seeing to what percentage you have created your fortune in each of these 6 aspects. To what extent you remain aware of your elevated name, for how long you maintain this awareness, in which stage you stay most of the time, to what extent you remain in your powerful stage of a deity with divine virtues and a master almighty authority. Baba looked at the result of everything in this way. We have been told that in the subtle region, Baba doesn't need to make any effort to check all of this. As soon as Baba has that thought, each one's total summary of everything emerges. Baba doesn't need to labor over this as human beings have to do in the corporeal world. A refined form of all scientific instruments that are being invented today already exist there. The TV has only recently been invented, but at the beginning of establishment, all of you children were shown scenes of the future corporeal world in the subtle region. Scientists are now working very hard and are even trying to reach the stars. They didn't find anything on the moon and so are now trying to reach the stars. However, all of you children, with the power of silence, have from the beginning been experiencing Paramdham, the land beyond the stars. Even so, just as each of you children definitely receives the fruit of your efforts, so they will definitely receive some temporary happiness of name, fame, respect, and success. They are also under the influence of the drama, that is, they are under the influence of their part. It has been remembered that the elements presented platefuls of diamonds and jewels to the gods and goddesses. The earth and the sea will be your servants and collect together all the gold, diamonds, and jewels that have been distributed everywhere. This is what is meant by presenting platefuls. Everything that has spread everywhere will come together and be presented on a plate to you. Mhm. So Bharat and the neighboring lands will become the plates. They will be your servants and serve all of this to you, the masters of the world. Similarly, all your attainments will be the servants of you deities. All your various types of success you have attained through all your various methods. Everything attained through the refinement of science. Every form of success will become your servant. At the moment, as well as attainments, there are also accidents. However, when those attainments are refined, all the causes of sorrow will end and will take the form of constant happiness and success. All the different departments will use all the success of their knowledge and their inventions to serve you. This is what is meant by nature being your servant and serving you with all attainments. As soon as you make a request, that request is fulfilled. This is called being an embodiment of all attainments and success. So, do you understand how great your fortune is? Souls sing praise of the fortune of the Father, but it is the Father who sings the praise of your fortune. There has neither been, nor can there ever be any fortune greater than this. Everyone's star of fortune can now be seen. Just as those stars can be clearly seen, so too now see the constantly sparkling star of your fortune. Let us take a moment and experience the star of fortune that Baba has created for us. We see ourselves in our deity form in the golden age, everything abundant. Baba has created the stage for us. Baba has made us into the masters of the world. Just as our stage is constantly happy, the nature also brings constant happiness to us souls. All the attainments are like servants of us deities. We are the fortunate ones whose star of fortune is seen constantly. Baba says, to such elevated, fortunate souls, to all the souls who have conquered nature and made nature their servant, and who are instruments to create the fortune of all souls, to those who become the master almighty authorities, and who on the basis of all powers attain all attainments, to those who are constantly almighty authorities, world benefactor souls, who bestow to all souls of the world this great donation and blessings. To such children of the bestower of fortune, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Let's take a moment again to experience Baba's versions, Baba's elevated vision for us souls. Then it's Baba speaking to instrument teachers. Unlimited service means to make the atmosphere powerful. Unlimited service means to make the atmosphere powerful. Baba speaking to instrument teachers. The special service of you serviceable children is to keep yourselves overflowing and make others the same. To remain an embodiment of power and make others the same. So are you busy doing your duty? Even 7-day-old students can give the course or give a lecture. However, you have to do something that no one else can do. You have been made instruments to carry out a special task. This special task is to fill weak souls with the specialities that you have been given by the Father through your pure feelings and elevated desires. Your task is to be a constant embodiment of pure feelings and elevated desires. To have elevated feelings does not mean that you can become influenced by the one for whom you have these elevated feelings. Don't make this mistake. Sometimes, whilst making progress, you have been making this mistake. Says to have elevated feelings does not mean that you can become influenced by the one for whom you have these elevated feelings. Don't make this mistake. Sometimes, whilst making progress, you have been making this mistake. To become influenced by them means to become their devotee. To surrender yourself to their virtues means that you become their devotee. So your pure feelings must be unlimited. To have a special pure feeling for especially one soul is also to be limited. There is loss in being limited, but no loss when you become unlimited. At present, the duty of you children to make weak souls powerful through your pure vibrations and the pure atmosphere you create on the basis of the powers you have attained. Do you constantly remain busy in this duty? The time for giving courses has now gone by. It is now the time to fill souls with the course of force. Many others have now been prepared to give the course. Therefore, you should concentrate on doing the service of making the atmosphere powerful. Because day by day, the atmosphere of the world is becoming more and more devilish. Because this is her last chance, Maya too is using all her weapons, mantras, and magic. She will, of course, attack you. She will not bid you farewell just like that. Therefore, in the midst of such an atmosphere, you must make the atmosphere of your service places spiritual and powerful. For example, the atmosphere of the temples of the non-living idols automatically attracts all types of souls towards itself, and thus peaceless souls are able to become peaceful for a temporary period. Since there is such an atmosphere in that place of non-living idols, imagine how powerful the atmosphere should be at the service places where all of you exist in the living form. Therefore, check each day to see whether the atmosphere is powerful. Whosoever comes to you should be able to go beyond gross and wasteful things. The reason why there are still many types of obstacles and gross feelings as you move along is that your atmosphere, there is still gross. When your atmosphere is spiritual, then even those who come with gross matters will change themselves. Just as they change for the short time they're in the temples of those non-living idols. However, here it is a matter of all the time because you are in the living form, whereas those are non-living idols. You must no longer just make a list of lectures and exhibitions, but also check whether your atmosphere is powerful. Also check whether your atmosphere is powerful. Let's take a moment to pause here and just experience these souls. Abba has made us instruments for a special task to fulfill the desires of all the weak souls, to make them powerful, to give them the course of the force, to make the atmosphere of the service places spiritual and powerful. This is the special task for which Baba has made us instruments. As we get busy in the mundane, let us not forget this special task for which Baba has chosen all of us. So just like Mama was an image of tapasya, an image of spiritual power, in the same way, these souls are also images of spiritual power. And we spread these powerful vibrations in the world. And so all the souls receive these vibrations. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Let us pause here for today, and then we'll complete the rest of the Murli tomorrow morning. Om Shanti. Let us open up to see if anyone would like to share what we'll take from Baba today. Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. Baba says we should not be attracted to everybody's virtues in particular, because that is also a quality given by Baba. To get trapped in others' virtues means to become a devotee of theirs. So we should remain the devotee of Baba and not of a mortal being. Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Um, so Baba would like to see us, making the atmosphere powerful. So Baba says change the physical atmosphere to spiritual, and then make it more powerful. Just like the temple, right? The temple atmosphere attract people. That's the analogy Baba used. So people go there and experience temporary attainment space. Similarly, when the that's non-living idols, but whereas here Baba's children are living forms, so we have to intensify the effort and then make the atmosphere powerful, so that when when people come, they have to experience that is speciality of the place. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
And also, a related reflection with respect to the temple is that in these temples, it's kind of a temporary experience, but Baba expects us to become such kind of temples which create a permanent impact on the souls experience in such a manner that they transform. So that's aspect which Baba expects us to bring about. And second reflection is that the limited means loss, while unlimited means unlimited attainments. Om Shanti.
Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Another reflection with respect to limited is that Baba has given a good example that suppose we meditate for near dear ones, then that becomes a limited one because we are still looking at our own logic family or those whom we know. But the world around there, right out in the world, there are so many souls who are in distress, who need, who are crying in grief, who are fearful, and who are crying out to their lords. So the vision, the attitude has to be unlimited, and the entire this is a takeaway for me that today that like Mama, the vision and the attitude has to be unlimited, means all these souls in the world, they should emerge rather than just a few ones, and the few ones can be part of that larger uh, set, superset, and the focus should be on superset, not the subsets. Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Baba says the time for courses have gone by. So now it's time to give them the experience. So in order to do that, we have to become powerful. So when we become powerful, then automatically the atmosphere is also will become powerful. And then, yes, everybody will start experiencing it, and then they all eventually come to center to experience it further more. Thank you.
Thank you. Om Shanti. Thanks.
Om Shanti. Another reflection is to make the elements of nature as servants. That's a very deep statement Baba said while giving the blessings also to the children, that special blessings are for those children who make nature as a servant. So, not to be subservient to nature, but be the master of the nature, because we are the creator, we are the master creators. So, this can be applied practically, that come what may, because my body is also made of five elements of nature. And if I am in body consciousness, then I am subservient to the nature, while the soul consciousness dimension brings the soul to a stage of a master of these body or its elements. Om Shanti.
Very nice. Thank you.
Siritai, would you like to share your reflections on the part of the Murli that you have today?
Mm. Yeah, sure. I think, Baba was mentioning about, especially in the second half, where Baba was talking, and sharing that it's not just the course, but the force, and that's what the real, service that Baba wants us to do. The course through, Baba said, courses, lectures. That is something Baba said, it's can be very easily done. but then they go through the force and really make the atmosphere powerful. So, so this is something that Baba wants us to focus on. And that really happens when, our stage of yoga is so elevated that, we don't entertain any, like mundane thought. So completely beyond depth. And so the power, the spiritual power from Baba can then flow through the soul and into the atmosphere. And so there's so much attention that needs to be um, to the on our thinking, on our, of course, our daily routine, but more on, am I carrying any extra baggage or any subtle form of I that is blocking that flow of energy from God? So, like Baba said, the more and more there is surrender, then the soul just surrenders this limited I, limited mind, um, so that then Baba's energy can flow into the soul and through the soul can flow into the world outside. So I was really touched by that specific part of the Murli. And today being Mama's Day of Remembrance, and that's what Mama made that stage in, just almost after 1 year. And so it doesn't take long, but just that much of dedication and practice, commitment to the uh, to the core of what Baba wants from us. I think it's really time now for all of us to take that quantum jump and especially make Baba's places, Baba's homes, such powerhouses, so that the last scene of Baba's revelation and all the souls attaining their all the whatever inheritance they can from Baba can emerge. Mm. Yep. Any other thoughts from anyone, or we can close with a few minutes with Baba?
I also spoke about the conference age, and I've also spoke about the power of silence. That is much higher than science. And one reflection is uh, the way we make the centers powerful. Uh, what's there as an uh, token, or maybe something that stands for that, is the pilgrimage, the temples that we see in the conference age, um, where people go worship, make ourselves so strong and the centers so strong, like temples, that people actually uh, experience not just go on the material physical space, but experience the beauty of uh, the purity of the soul is one reflection that I was getting when I was sharing uh, Sarabhai about
Mm.
how Baba wants his centers to be powerful. And one thing is the center, at my first few days, the center when I became regular, I used to go to center only because I used to feel that there's a lot of peace here. Just just seeing the sister itself would give a lot of peace. So just elevating or increasing those efforts so that and Baba very nicely uses the word not the course but the force, but force not from the perspective of pressurizing things but increasing the efforts in a faster pace is what Baba is saying in today's Murli. Um, is a
Mm.
practice to be seen. So otherwise force has been taken as a pressure or jabardasti is what we say in Hindi. But here Baba is talking about going on a faster pace in our efforts.
Mhm.
That's one thing to practice.
Mm.
Let's move on to meditation, Saurabhai.
Sure, sure. Take a moment. They go within. Completely detached from the external world. Experiencing Baba's presence. Baba's light. Baba's love. Baba's powers. Are reaching out to all souls in this world. All souls are recognizing and realizing their truth. Baba has made us souls instruments in carrying out this task on this special auspicious day. Let us imbibe in the self, the spirit of Mama, follow in her footsteps, and reach our final stage to reveal Baba in the world. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Sarubhai. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, all have a beautiful day. Om Shanti.